Yeah. Okay, this kind of slaps, I won't lie. Okay, the Trickster, a ranged killer able to quickly unleash a flurry of blades by using his power, Showstopper. His personal perks, Starstruck, Hex Crowd Control, and No Way Out allow him to quickly down would-be rescuers and block areas of the environment to his advantage. Definitely kind of a cool thumbnail. Yo, oh, okay. Interesting. He's got some glitter here. Got some sparkles. He's very bright. That's my first thought. I mean, this is a very bright yellow coat, a very bright pink pair of pants. And is that a baseball bat with... Yes, it is. Yo, look at this blade. Oh, hold on, hold on. I can't... Yeah, my head is blocking it. Let me just do this real quick. Look at this blade right here. Look at this blade attached to the baseball bat. That is epic. Okay. I mean, other than the fact that he doesn't look too demonic, pretty cool. His eyes are a little weird, right? He's got this yellowish eyes going on here. I'm not big into reading the lore. I mean, it's pretty long. He's like a DJ that became crazy and decided to go become a murderer or something. I don't know. It's very long. Very, very long. So that just to give an idea of how long that is. Also, by the way, chat, just so you can get a little closer up. Look at that. Yeah, those are the eyes of a crazy person. I won't lie. Yeah. Okay, so you want him to go this way. Like this? This. Oh, dear gosh. You're right. That is good. That is definitely breaking the fourth wall right there. Oh. I love it. I love it. I don't know why, but I absolutely love it. That is amazing. How long it takes for him to do this, but I'll there it is. Sup. That is too good. That is so good. He just turns around, looks at you, gives you a wink, turns back around like, we're gonna kill some fuckers. Yeah. There's not really a lot of supernatural here. Yeah, that the winking part is definitely whoo. That's a little weird. Okay, let's check out his perks. All right, here's his first perk, Starstruck. Your unmatched showmanship dazzles all. Starstruck activates when you are carrying a survivor. Survivors within your terror radius suffer from the exposed status effect for 30 seconds. Starstruck cools down for 90 seconds once a survivor is no longer carried. So it doesn't even matter if you hit a survivor while you're carrying another survivor, it goes on cooldown. So that's my first flaw that I would say. What is the point of a perk going on a 90-second long cooldown if it wasn't even quote unquote used? I mean, you pick up a survivor and it automatically goes on cooldown for a minute and a half, and that's at level 3. So it, obviously I think it's going to be even longer than that. Carrying a survivor, exposed status effect, basement build. That's my first thought. Iron grasp, agitation, starstruck. So you can't spam drop someone to reapply the effect to more people. I would say survivors within your terror radius suffer from the exposed status effect. Starstruck cools down for 90 seconds once a survivor has been struck while exposed from this perk. That way you can't just walk around with a survivor in iron grip, agitation, starstruck, and mad grit and down the whole freaking team. Like, just make it so that way you get one You get one use out of it, basically, but it doesn't go on cooldown if you don't use it. So that's my first thought on that. It's okay. Like I said, it's going to be a very niche perk. And again, I don't like the fact that once a survivor is no longer carried, it automatically goes on cooldown. So even if I don't get a use out of it, the perk's off my bar for a minute and a half. Let's see here. All right, next perk, Hex Crowd Control. Okay, first of all, it's a Hex perk. We know Hex perks are, generally speaking, trash because of how weak they are, how easily they are broken by survivors. Hex ensures those lesser than you are properly hurted, and it blocks a window for 14 seconds after a survivor performs a rushed vault through it. So this is like Hex Blood Favor from, I think, was it Deathslinger? Help me out here, chat. Where the after you injure a survivor, it blocks pallets around them, right? Now we have a perk that if they're chasing a survivor and they rush through it, it blocks it. Now, this is map wide? Blight, thank you. So hold on here. What if I'm on one corner of the map and a survivor finishes a gen and then jumps through the window? They're nowhere near me, and that's blocked. Is there a cooldown? I don't see a cooldown though. So as soon as anyone jumps through a window anywhere on the map, it blocks that window. No limit on how many times it could happen. Okay, so that is better. That makes it a lot better, because I would hate for a survivor on the other side of the map to jump through a window while I'm chasing a different survivor and have it go on cooldown. And what if you're at an L wall T wall? Right? This would completely shut down L wall T wall loops, because they jump through one window, that's blocked. They go to jump to the second window, that's blocked. That's not bad. Yes, it's a Hex perk, but that's a strong ooh, man. Why? Other than the fact that Bamboozle is not a Hex perk, I can't see ever using Bamboozle over this until they break it. That's the only, like, obviously it's a Hex. Yeah, this is definitely Bamboozle 2.0 with a Hex perk associated with it. So there's your pro and con. Bamboozle is with you for the entire game. This perk is obviously much stronger than Bamboozle until they find this totem and break it. And from a survivor perspective, this isn't as oppressive as some of the other perks like Devour Hope when you have 3 stacks. So as a survivor, I'm less incentivized to find this Hex perk. So this might actually stick around a little bit longer. Okay. I'm seeing it. All right. Last one, No Way Out. You're not going to just let anyone into the VIP room. Anyways, each time you hook a unique survivor, No Way Out gains a token. When the last generator is repaired, the entity blocks both exit gate switches for 10 seconds for each token in your possession. Okay, so my first thought is this is a better Remember Me. You get 4 tokens up to, assuming you hook 4 different survivors, you get 4 tokens. That is a 40-second block on the exit gate switches. Remember Me, Blood Warden, and Noed, then Prophet. Maybe this is that would be a very in-game focused setup. Yeah, so No Way Out and Remember Me. I can't get on board with using those 2 perks together. I feel like you either pick one or the other. And honestly, I don't see the idea of picking Remember Me ever, because again, that you have to find your obsession and hit it a bunch of times, and then it eventually stacks up. But I will say that if you are able to find your obsession and get the stacks of Remember Me and get the stacks of No Way Out, that is like over a minute long exit gate opening for the non-obsession. So my order of just reading the best perk to worst perk, I would say I don't think Starstruck's that great. I think Hex, Crowd Control, and No Way Out, and I would probably have to say No Way Out if you want to use NOED. That No Way Out and NOED would be really nasty. Crowd Control, I think that's just a solid perk throughout, obviously until they break the totem. Starstruck, I don't think this is good at all. I don't think this is good at all. This needs to be changed, basically. His power is called Showstopper, a mesmerizing skill honed through a lifetime of practice. He unleashes a flurry of knives with rapid fire speed. Start the trial with 60 blades. Press and hold the power button to wind up and enter the throw state. I'm curious about that. While in the throw state, tap the attack button to throw a single blade, or hold down the attack button to unleash a flurry of blades. Okay, that's what I'm getting out of it. Throwing a Fury increases control and throw rate while decreasing movement speed. Interesting. Restock blades at lockers. Okay, so that's a big thing. You have to start with 60, but you're able to restock by going to the lockers. Laceration meter. Once a survivor's laceration meter increases, once the meter is filled, they will lose a health state, either becoming injured or downed. I like it. As far as laceration meter will gradually decrease if they have not been hit by a blade for a short time. I wonder how long that short time is. Hitting a survivor with a basic attack will immediately decrease their laceration meter. Okay, so you can still down them. I'm gonna guess, just off of reading this, right, that you are going to hit the survivor with your weapon, and then as they run away, toss daggers at them or knives. That's just the first, like, that's kind of the basic premise of killers, whether it be Deathslinger or Spirit. You hit them and then you use their power to down them. You hit them with Spirit, then use phase after them and smack them to down them. You know, you can hit them with your huntress axes and then throw a hatchet at them, you know, as they're running away. Same idea that I'm getting from this. Okay, special ability, main event. Each blade hit fills the event meter. Once full, main event can be activated by pressing the ability button. In this mode, the Trickster temporarily unleashes his full potential. Wielding an unlimited number of blades, his throw rate is significantly increased and his movement does not slow while in the throw state. That's a big deal right there. That's a big deal. I'm curious how long it takes to fill up the main event bar and how long you get to use that. He doesn't get slowed movement speed. He gets faster throws. I can imagine if once you get your main event, you can quickly down a survivor once that is unlocked. Okay, let's check out these add-ons for the new killer. Let's start with the ultra rare. Death Throes Compilation. A collection of the final sounds from Ji Woon's victims. Adapted to final record, terrifying and emotionally raw. Lacerations caused by blades is based on proximity to the target, starting at a minimum of 50%. Interesting. Each blade increases the laceration caused by blades to a maximum of 200%. Nice. Once a blade misses, the laceration caused by blades is reset to the initial value. Okay, so skill shot. Skill shot it. If you miss your skill shot, you are going to not like this item. But if you hit it multiple times, it'll be good. I think this already sounds like a decent add-on because the laceration meter is what gauges whether or not they go down or whether they get injured. If you can hit them closer with your knives and it increases the laceration and they will get downed faster. That's how I take that. All right, iridescent photo card. When a survivor's lacerated meter is one blade hit away from the maximum, they are inflicted with the exposed status effect. Filling lacerated meter does not injure or down survivors. Okay, this looks like crap. Let me explain why. So you have to get their laceration meter right up to the limit and then hit them with your main weapon to down them. But you effectively take away his power. He can't injure anymore or down survivors with your blade. So you are limited to hitting them with your weapon. I don't care for that. If you throw a bunch of blades, they have to be healthy. Exactly, Bubbles. If they're injured already, then you have no power, right? Think about it. If this is an injured survivor and you have iridescent photo card on and you throw blades at them, it doesn't matter how many blades you throw at them, they don't go down to the ground. You have to walk up and bop them on the head. I don't see that ever being used. I don't know. Cut through single. Blades pierce through survivors. Subsequent survivors hit by the same blade receive 50% of laceration. Not impressed. How often do you have survivors like that are, if they're healing, maybe? I don't know how far these blades get thrown. You could maybe use some sort of nurse's calling. Cut through single. This seems way too situational. Way too situational that you're gonna have two survivors right next to each other and hit them, and you do 50% of the laceration that you do of the first one. It just doesn't happen. Realistically saying. All right. Diamond cufflinks. When a survivor's laceration meter blade is one blade hit away from maximum, reveal their aura for 6 seconds. I like that. I appreciate anything that gives the killer information. Okay, so once they're about to get injured or down by laceration, you get to see their aura. I'm good with that. Edge of Revival album. Blades shatter when hitting the environment, dealing 50% laceration to nearby survivors. That sounds cool. Depends on how big of an area, though. So if you miss your dagger and you hit any of the things that are round and dead, we know, chat, we know there are so many boxes and tires and trash barrels. There's so much crap everywhere on the maps that this actually has the potential of doing some decent damage, depending on how big of an area. Obviously, if it's a small area, then it's garbage. Trick blades ricochet off the environment once, dealing an extra 100% Yo, this could be fun. I don't know if it's practical, but that would be awesome to freaking do a trick shot off of something and hit the survivors around the corner. I don't know if this is pragmatic, but this sounds like a lot of fun. If you're throwing daggers or throwing knives and it bounces off the wall and hits the survivor. It bounces off the ground? Oh, even better. It bounces off the ground and does extra laceration. So as Bobbles is telling me, if you throw it at the ground, insert Lonely Island reference here, throw it at the ground and it bounces up and hits the survivor. Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. Okay, Bloody Boa, increase the number of blades carried by 15, start the trial with 15 extra blades. Okay, not bad. Fizz Spin Soda moderately increases the initial throw rate. Okay, that's not bad. Moderately decreases the time before laceration meter starts decaying. Again, depends on how long that lasts. Waiting for you watch considerably increases each survivor's laceration meter decay duration when out of blades. Okay, I can see that. Basically, it lets you go to the locker and fill up, hopefully without losing what you've built up so far. Yumi's Murder moderately decreases each survivor's laceration meter. So this, I'm guessing, means you it takes less blades to get them in the next hell state. That could be really good, flat out. That to me sounds like a amazing add-on. Movement speed while throwing blades, that could be good. Increases the initial throw rate of blades, that's kind of the same as the previous one, moderately, slightly. You're probably better off obviously using the stronger one. Slightly increases each survivor's laceration meter decay duration without a blade. Okay, so same thing, considerably, slightly. The time before laceration meter starts decaying. Duration of the main event. I'm curious about the main event. All right, Tequila Moonrock increases the duration of the main event. Seems solid. Depends on, again, how good main event is. Duration of main events. Movement speed. Increases each survivor. No one's going to use that. Trick pouch. 10 extra blades. Okay, so there's a couple extra blade offerings that could be good. I don't know how fast you go through the blades. So the Bloody Boa and the trick pouch. I don't know how often you go through these blades, but my initial response is the trick blades and the Yumi's Murder, because think about this. If you get 100% extra laceration, and then you have Yumi's murder with a decreased meter. I'm curious how few blades it takes to get them in the next hell state. I don't understand why they wouldn't make a new map again. That's the what, third kill in a row with no new map. Huh. All right. I would take the game and make it into like an underground club map, basically. That would be my first thought for this killer. If they took the game and kind of made a game version of the map, like kind of like Red Forest for Huntress, and they turned it into the Temple of Purgation for Plague, I think they should take the game map offering and turn it into an underground club. No new maps till all killers are up to date. Wow, that is a long time for maps. There's a lot of killers in this game that are still needing to be up to date. Okay, I'm not sure why they're doing that. Good idea, thank you. I think that makes a lot of sense. Like the underground club scene, there could be like one big room, a sub basement area for the killers, basement. I don't know, just kind of thinking.